Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Here again at a new park. Well, I wouldn't call it a new park. It's more like a park I've never visited before. And I'm actually kind of excited. It looks kind of very, very, very dope. So right now I'm here at Three Lakes Nature Center or Three Lakes Park. I believe that's it's considered Henrico County. Let's see. Here we go right here. So cool, nice little building. And it seems like they got a nice little pond or lake. Nice artwork on the building, very colorful. Go check that out as well. Golly, just ran my knee into something. Real cool, real strong. Not sure what that is. Definitely for a child. Let's see. Definitely gotta get this sign. So dope. Three Lakes. Let's get a closer look. Got the woolly mammoth, the saber-toothed tiger, a lobster, the frog, the bat, the turtle, the shark, the butterfly, and the snake. I'm not sure what the correlation of those certain animals are to this place, but everything has its own meaning, and I know they probably have their own meaning for it. This would be better, honestly, if I stood back a little bit. I shoot straight up and down because that's just what most people tend to like, straight up and down. Easier to view on your phone, you know? Wide angle. But yeah. Notice keep the wild in wildlife. Feeding ducks and geese are prohibited. Seems like they have hours of operation for the actual building, which is kind of cool. See if we can get some stuff to read. It's definitely nice and peaceful. Has a very serene type of energy. Very, very cool. I hear water falling. One of my favorite sounds. Man-made. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. This is very nice. Fish are fed a balanced diet. Fed a balanced diet on a regular schedule. Please do not throw food in the aquarium. Thank you, Kamega. So this spot, you can't fish here. Most of the places I've been going to, you can fish. Fishing is a no go, no bueno situation. Determination. You know what I'm ready to do. I'm ready to hit the trail, baby. I'm ready to hit the trail for real. And actually today, I didn't think I was going to be actually able to film. I thought today would have been raining. I mean, obviously it's a major overcast, nothing but clouds. But since it's not raining, I said, shoot, I'm gonna come out here and get some work in, baby. You gotta show the people. Gotta keep it for the record. So it seems like the path is over there. And it seems like somebody needs to pick up some dung, bro. That look like dog dung. Yeah, they outside. Turn the camera. I ain't trying to really overcome. I don't like to be an awkward guy. And I honestly don't like to be put in awkward situations. Well, hey, how's it going? All right. So now we're about to hit the path, and it seems like it's one of my favorite type of paths. It's just super shaded. You know what I mean? So the LUT that I use today would be pretty interesting. All right, so check this out, right? I mean, bruh, if this was concrete, how nice of a handrail would that be? Like, honestly. Perfect. Look at the length and the height. I like rails that even if they're high, like if they go out long, then you know you don't need to like, you know what I'm saying, hit it at the very top. You just, maintain your pop speed, hit it on out, further out, gap out to it, baby. Looks like if you had a mountain bike, you can hit a little jizz up over the rough. So yeah, this is nice. Obviously not skatable. Rail's super high, dude. I'm about 5'8", bro. It comes straight up to the hip bone. Straight up to the hip bone. Straight up to the hip bone. All right. Keep it moving and grooving. So far so good, man. Not getting that much feedback on my videos, but I mean, it is what it is. By the time people realize that I'm doing this, most likely I might be up 30 videos at this point. 30 different vlogs, 30 different parts. I swear that's definitely a butterfly that can camouflage itself as a piece of bark. It's kind of dope. And butterflies are a great omen, great symbolism. And you gotta think about the process of a butterfly. The process of a butterfly is pretty dope. I start off as a caterpillar. There's a lot of things that connect us to, butterflies when it comes to evolving. Oh, so they do got a fishing pier. So they do have a spot where you can fish at. We about to go check that out for sure. For sure, I almost said a Hawaiian term. So let's go see what's up. All right, dude. Pay attention. I mean, even here would be a nice spot to like do a photo shoot. Especially, say for instance, if it's a very, very, very sunny day, you can use the shade and still use like a flash with a diffuser, and just make sure you get your detailed shots in. Sorry, I'm adjusting the mic. I have it. I'm running the magnet this time, so it might sound a little cruddy right there. But it's cool. I mean, come on, baby. So they got different trails, and it seems like it goes all the way around. That is the other area I came from, which is on the other side of the gravel. This is concrete or asphalt. I'm sorry. This is not concrete. This is asphalt for sure. Doing good timing. Good timing. Duck dung. All right, we on. Let's move. There's a certain way you have to walk with this thing. All right. Just another beautiful path on a beautiful day. Even when it rains, yo. Oh yeah, somebody over here making some other stuff. Hope they ain't doing no weird stuff over there. Cause that look, you know that's man-made. Let's go take a let's take a look at this contraption they have over here. Excuse me. Hmm. Yeah. Smells a little weird over here too. Hope nobody's doing ritualistic things over here. This is definitely man-made for sure. Running a wide angle. I've been at a lot more peace with myself lately. Maybe some kids came over here and made this. Little seats. Okay, okay, watch your step. Step in faith, step in faith. Okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I pray that's not what I think it is. I don't think it is. I don't see no other type of stuff. But whatever. We out. We back on the trail. Now this is not the path less traveled. This is the path most traveled because it's asphalted. It's nice and flat, you know. But yeah, let me get back to what I was saying earlier on how the symbolism behind butterflies is a great thing. And when you see butterflies in life, it's a good thing that you do. It lets you know that you're, transforming into a better version of yourself. And it's a reminder to shed the old you and also the time of isolation, like when a caterpillar goes into its cocoon stage. So it literally transforms from one type of insect to another type of insect, and honestly, that's God right there. That's the Most High. That's how the Most High operates. They have a dope little spot on the other side. Interesting to see how many miles this trail goes, because this thing loops all the way around, I believe. Then you have this inner spot. You got a little island part over there. Um, kind of wish I had the abilities like in Crimson Desert. I can get over there, float. But yeah, all right. So look, check this out. So these wooded areas look very, very different, but it looks very, I don't know, like, are these man-made little patches of trees, or is there animals that's putting these? But these branches are so big, so it's like, not sure, man. Like I said, this is my first time here, you know, and the day is what you make it. So we're gonna just see what's up. No littering, but of course, but of course. But yeah, so I feel like I always go through a period of transformation, honestly. And when you're going through a transformation period, I believe the hardest thing to do is to let go of the past, like mentally, physically, and spiritually. Because sometimes when you hold on to the past, you can't transform because you're holding on to old energy. When life is forcing you to adapt to the new energy that you're supposed to lock in with. So to me, that is the hardest thing. So, mm, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The wind is blowing quite aggressive. I'm noticing through the feedback on the mic. Hmm. Do another 360. Beautiful spot. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna have to start hitting some East End parks too. East End Henrico. East End Henrico got a lot of stuff. These are honestly like little quick field trips. I mean, if I had children, I'm taking my children to every single park around, skate park included. You know, we ride bikes. We're gonna go through some things. We'll make sure they have long pants, long sleeves. We on the bikes with the boots. We're going through the woods, baby. Gotta take your kids through the woods. You gotta show them how to navigate through the woods. And when I was a child, shoot, I'm going through all that. Straight up. No hezzy. Straight up, babe. No hezzy. Yeah, it's so beautiful. This would be like a dope transition. Like, push. There are gonna be days when I'm gonna do some crazy experimental filming with this DJI just to see what I can create, you know? A lot of logs. But yeah, every day I do this, the more grounded I am. This is a great place to be grounded. Great place. There's a lot of trees that fell over too. Like, look at that joint. That's a tree. No. Hmm. Nice little man-made bridge. Pay your toll to the troll. You hear me? Yeah, this place is beautiful. This is where you fish at. I'm so glad you can fish in here. I would have been very, very surprised if the whole park was like, yeah, no fishing. Like, bro, we are in Virginia. Like, turn a Virginian and you can't fish here is kind of crazy. Make sure you have your license, but license or no, like that made the other jump made sense. This out here, yeah, no, we're casting out there. We're casting out there. 30 yards. I wonder what type of hawk that was. This is when you take time to meditate. You don't have to close your eyes when you meditate. You just breathe in, be grounded. Think about the creator and the creation of nature, the Most High. Get connected, get rooted within the divine energy of the creator. It will definitely serve you so much purpose. Alright, so me personally, it helps me filter out a lot of unnecessary dialogue in life, noise. But you can easily get grounded with nature in this sense. Hey, how's it going? Alright. Keeping progressing. We're about 19 minutes in. It's not bad. This trail goes all the way to the back. So maybe I'll pick up the pace a little bit. So I can try to keep this around 30 minutes, 35 minutes, 40. Ain't really no telling. Be positive. See the good in things, find the peace in things. Definitely was reading up on them Canadian geese yesterday because, being next to a flock of Canadian geese with no warning calls and them with, man, that's a big bird. Hey, yo. Anyways, being with a flock of Canadian geese with their ducklings or their younglings, uh, with no warnings, 6 adults, that was very beautiful and powerful. And as I started reading into it, a lot of the symbolism they were speaking on were talking about dreams. Like, nah, this was real life. This was real life. I mean, I had footy on it. So being in there, being over there, and actually just being patient, like me sitting down on the bench yesterday was like the best thing to do. Like, literally, that was the Most High telling me through nature, through the birds, to sit down and look at how teamwork goes. Look how these flock of birds were in their own community, in their own habitat, and how they were working with each other, you know? So that was kind of cool to just take a second for myself to just sit there and just to observe and to appreciate uh, the peace in nature. There were so many lessons within that moment. It was really, really dope. And I'm so happy that happened.
You go too fast?
Hello.
What would you like to do about it?
How are you? Doing great. I love when you come across people and they, give them a smile and they talk back. Don't make life so awkward. We live in VA. When you go to North Carolina, I mean, North Carolina is completely different. When I was growing up, visiting family in North Carolina, it was kind of cool to just interact with people on the streets. And, people would greet you, hey, hello, how's it going? You're just walking up the sidewalk or in the mall or whatever the case may be, just out and about. That Southern hospitality really was genuine. But it's super weird. You go down to South Carolina, one state lower than that, that ain't there. I believe South Carolina has so much turmoil in the past, so much blood on the land, so much confederacy, and so many old ideology, old ideals that do not serve anybody's purpose for progressing in life. It's night and day, dude. Night and day. See, look, they got Canadian geese over here. Look, they beefing. They fighting. They up by 50. It's dope. So look, they might be a different, no. This might be a territory type of thing. It might be two different groups. Or it might be the same group. I'm watching my step. Wetlands. Dope. Alright, let's zoom out. Just getting in the. You can only zoom in 2 times on this joint, which is legitimately nothing. 2 times magnification is little too dumb, but it's a very small sensor in this camera. Very, very small. So they actually have stairs over here on after this path. So hey, you can actually go down to them grasslands. But that's their territory, so I wouldn't even. I don't recommend it. You know. I think it's cool though. So many areas to like use as a photographer for so many different things. I mean, graduation photos, engagement photos, gender reveal photos, all types of photos. Um, family photos, nature photos, bird watching, whatever the case may be. You can do essentially any and everything if you just use your creativity, think outside the box, be creative. This path is a lot more wider, uh, asphalt wise. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, for people who don't know, asphalt is this black stuff, and concrete is obviously it's the lighter stuff. You'll see houses built on concrete slabs or inside of warehouses, things of the sort. Here's a fishing pier right here, kind of dope. A man out here fishing. Fire. So fire. So I'm noticing a lot of trees are naturally just falling down. And that's what I'm noticing. And that's a natural thing. I'm not sure. I mean, the tree isn't dead because it got green leaves coming out of it. But, boom. See where it's broken at. Fork in the road, baby. You go right to go towards the front where the playground and all that stuff is, and then you go left, which is that area that I was looking at earlier. So I'm gonna go take a peek over here just to look at the water. I don't want to intrude on, what I'm saying, what they got going on over there. We're having a deep conversation. Looks like a conversation I really don't even want to hear, unless it's fruitful. But, I don't want to prejudge, but, what I'm saying? I'm all about health, baby. I'm all about life. Got like a little generator over there. The squirrels jumping. They have grills over here, so you can come over here and grill. This is pretty dope. Here we go. Boom. Grills. Alright. This is I was over there earlier. Oh, look at that. Look at that bird in the sky, baby. That might be a golden eagle, bro. Look at the wingspan. Yeah, I think that's a golden eagle. Interesting. Now, if I found a golden eagle this close to me, I usually see eagles at landfills. What's up? See, I have to be very careful with my camera because they can think this is food and they'll go ahead and take this on up, and then next thing you know, I'm down a band. And my warranty wouldn't cover it because it was stolen by nature. They'll probably take it up, go high, drop it, go down, be like, yo, this isn't even real. It's not even alive. It has no nutrients. Yeah, no, this is a dope park for sure, especially this area, this open area. Very, 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 very dope. Very dope. Always got to look close to these shorelines. Look out for holes. You see holes in the ground, big holes, snake holes, straight up. Be aware. And snakes be in trees too, so always look, pay attention. Always pay attention, baby. Most of the animals, they hide in their natural habitats, and they hide in areas that are close to their skin for camouflage, for hunting purposes and protection purposes. Okay, here we go. Canadian geese. Yeah. I definitely, when I was at the 42nd Street entrance trail, I definitely saw, uh, after I saw the film, I was on my walk back, I saw a snake on the trail. It was a black snake. It was harmless, but it was traveling from my left going to the right across the path, kind of like how I was at the other spot yesterday, and I looked into that, and there was good symbology in that. So essentially, nature just gives me so many messages, and to me, it's just one of those things that you just take time out of your day just to look into it and see how that correlates with the Most High. Okay, and when you do that, like you'll start understanding, like, wow, I can really look through God. I can really look for God through nature. There's messages all around. Start getting in tune. Start studying. Start building up a tolerance for seeing these things and putting things together, two and two together, and how to navigate life a little bit better. And it'll show like a dedication to the Most High that you're serious about your path and your growth and where you're trying to go and how you want Him to lead you and how you're supposed to walk in faith. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this place is, like I said, it's pretty dope, man. Pretty dope, pretty dope, pretty dope, pretty dope. And I don't know where the young ladies went. They dipped when I was out here, maybe because I'm filming and maybe their time was up and they was just sharing this space, and I appreciate that, you know? So we here, man. Let's just uh let's just take a moment of silence and just listen to the water and listen to the wind. I'm gonna sit this down. Sit down on the bench. See what we got. Dust clouds. These winds signal a storm is coming. Maybe that's just the Cherokee in me that knows that. Yeah, this is beautiful. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed y'all time with me today. I think I'm pretty much good. But yeah, peace, love, and happiness. Like I said, this is just another dope part I've never been into. This is like a whole nother adventure in life. Just going to these different parks. It's so worth it. I'm gonna take my time right now just to stay grounded, or to get grounded and to stay grounded, and to keep pushing forward, you know? Definitely check this spot out though. Very ducked off. Very great for an intimate time with yourself or with a significant other or with your family or your children or walking your dog. Great spot, man. I love how the sun is coming out. The Most High is clarifying to me, like, it's all love, baby, because them clouds is thick. But yeah, tap in. Let me know what you think. Peace, love, and happiness and prosperity. All praise to the Most High, Yeshua, the Messiah. Love.